All right. Woo. Welcome. Blah, 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 blah. Hope you enjoyed some of the visuals there. Thanks to Jinx, aka AV Loop. Just to be clear, that's not my video editing, but I did mix it with other music for the live stream experience, just playing around. Ooh, just to give you something a little to warm up with while I got my shit together over here. And I have a short window of time, so thanks for checking it out. I just want to do something. Thanks to my lovely wife for negotiating with me. I negotiated with her, let's be real. So thank you for allowing me to take a little time to bring you all a little something, and I hope this will be valuable. It's Monday, and, well, I guess I get to be wheeled out after this and get the treatment I need, but I'm not supposed to say that yet. We had another great show last night, Grand Theft World podcast. If you haven't checked it out, go to grandtheftworld.com. Click the links. You can join our community. We've got some awesome people inside of there. There's a Discord server. There's a library, the Library of Cognitive Liberty, with all kinds of good stuff from Richard Grove, Tony Myers, many more. You can support us directly. And you can catch the episodes. You can see episode 107. Got it published this morning. Woke up from my slumber and got all that stuff done. Got the show notes there, clickable links, and all kinds of good stuff for you to share with the people in your life. And this show is, of course, brought to you by Freedom United Revolt, the world's greatest t-shirt store. Wait, I got to say that with a straight face. It's a cool t-shirt store. I think. I like it. I wear my shirts. And so do some others. And they like the shirts. And they can make great gifts. And more to come. New shirts up here. And of course, brand new blog featuring show notes and replay links. And links to support the efforts if you should choose to do so. LD's Monday, Sunday leftovers, aka the Lundi fond. You know, it's that nice brown bits of meat that get caramelized in the pan that you deglaze and you make something great out of it. Something like that. I don't know. It's a cooking show and comedy, and it's all over the place. It's a happy, you know, what do the Greeks say? Opa. You know, we clean out the fridge, we throw stuff together, but it's also that good resin left over from the night before, cleaning out the pans, making a nice roux, not a roux, you know what the thing. Speaking of LD's Lundi Fond, I got something cool from my buddy Adam Infinitum. And, we're going to be doing something together here soon. Looking at psychological warfare, psyops, talking about the grammar of such things to help us understand the battlefield, I suppose you could say, that we step onto when we log onto social media and onto the internet. But yeah, Adam sent this over to me. I want to show this. That LD Lundi Fond. Thanks to him for that nickname for the show, the cooking comedy show. I might have to just abbreviate it all. Oh boy, so I don't have a lot of time, but I just want to share some things with you. First and foremost, man, it was 14 degrees the other day when I was out in the field helping out, moving the pigs, moving the The chickens were already moved, but so we had to move the pigs to a place for them for the winter. So, I mean, there was just this frost and the wind had drawn it out. It was just beautiful. So I took some pictures. I thought I'd share them with you real quick because it was pretty magical, I'll say. Look at that. That was just on the ground. The snow was crystallized up like that. Look at that. Little leaves of frozen water. It was pretty spectacular, I gotta say. And there's the piggies. They are no longer piglets. They have been weaned. They are separated from Mama Maples. And they're in a spot there. Inside a greenhouse next to the chickens. Chickens under a heat lamp. Warming up for the winter. And what else do I have here? Oh yeah, I made this meme the other day. I had this idea, you give me feedback. Maybe it doesn't make any sense, but inside you there is one of two wolves. Stockpiled ammo or skills and experience. And I don't have the picture right now, but over to the left of me here in my office, I've got a stack of ammo, live ammo. And then to the right of that, I have a larger stack of spent ammo and collected cartridges. But the point is, oh yeah, I have a link that goes with this. Let me find that. The point is that ammo turns skill into money. And as my friend says, I got a friend, and he wrote a book called Boston's Gun Bible. And it takes a special kind of guy to write a big tome on the history of all kinds of guns out there and his experience with them and actually, tracking his progress as he shot and effectiveness and such. But yeah, ammo turns skill into money. I'd rather have 900 rounds of skill and 100 rounds of ammo than 1,000 rounds of ammo and no skill. And that's from his Boston's Gun Bible. So, if that's something you're interested in, you can go check that out. It is on Amazon. It's available other places as well, I'm sure. Boston has a bunch of great books. He has a novel that I've been reading called Molan Labe, which you may be familiar with that term. And, yeah. As far as I know, that's where that came from, or was popularized within the liberty movement. Now, I do have something else I want to share, because this is pretty special to me. Let me just get it out of this thing. So Boston, my friend, gave me troy ounce of silver, buffalo coin. On the back, let's see, the map of the U.S. with there's relief of the terrain, mountains. It's not really coming through very well. Anyway, it has the state of Wyoming highlighted there. So this is a Free State Wyoming coin, and I'll have to get a picture. Anyway, it says Molan Labe there underneath the buffalo. So yeah, shout out to that guy. Learned some stuff from him, and it's interesting having friends that are authors and gun instructors and pilots and such. All right, let's see what else I've got here. Again, this is going to be a quick stream. We've got dinner in 40 minutes. So I'm going to do what I can as a challenge. I've been saving some interesting things from the week. I thought this was funny. Veteran narc chicken barely flinches. This is a python trap using a live chicken. Holy shit. So look at this bird chilling. Here comes a python. Whap! Bird barely flinched. It's like he's done this before. Ugh. Python was so close to a tasty meal. Anyway. I thought that was funny. You know, I'm into farm stuff. I don't know how much I'm really going to get into leftovers of Grand Theft World. I may have to save some stuff for next week, where I could, go for 4 hours again, because I did want to share some more stuff just from my life here on the ranch. Let's see, we had a full moon a couple weeks back now, I guess. Check this out. This is the view. It's a midnight, almost full moon. Just amazing to me. I was playing with the camera, enjoying the scenery, out late at night. And people call this God's country where I'm hanging out, and I don't disagree. I feel a lot closer to God in many ways, I'll say. And, take that however you choose. I've struggled with that in the past. I've struggled with search for meaning and purpose. And without purpose, man really suffers, I think. And those around him can suffer. And, I found my purpose in helping with the effort with Grand Theft World and with the other clients we work with Autonomy Unlimited, and contributing to building things out in the University of Reason, the courses we've helped produce on the Marketplace Agora, the Autonomy Agora Marketplace. And I feel lately just been working, giving it up to God, and things are starting to come together. If that makes sense, if that offends you, okay, that's fine. So shout out to the lady that's visiting and hopefully moving here soon. We went to North 40 the other day, and there are no mirrors, so I had to help her. She was looking for a vest. She found exactly what she wanted, which was a vest with the woolen in the inside. And we went with a gray one, and it looks great, and she's happy with it. And it's good. She's a California girl. She's up here in chilly weather, and pretty well equipped, so it doesn't suck too bad. She actually got to go to Canada this morning while I was sleeping it off after the long night. So that was a fun adventure for her, and can't wait to hear more about it later. She went with some of the ladies. Let's see. This was early the other morning. On the road, headed to Spokane. This is the first time I passed a train on the road. And that was kind of fun. Just another glimpse. The Columbia River is off to the right there. Yeah, I don't see it, but it's there. I promise. What else? Yeah, it was moving day for the pigs the other day on Friday. I actually had to skip a production meeting, but we had these pigs in the trailer. Those five female pigs. That's Mama Maples, and she'd been separated from those pigs, and they had to they had to work out their differences inside that trailer while we got our shit together and got their place ready. So she asserted her dominance. There was much gnashing of teeth and throwing weight around. And they're getting along now that she made it clear who's boss. And yeah, these are her offspring, sleeping happily in the hay inside the greenhouse. They are no longer piglets. They are mini pigs. They're getting thick, fast. Look at this guy. Head down. I can't keep track of who's guys and gals, but they're just tucked up in there the other morning. Before I left for Spokane, I came out to take care of the critters. And they were sleeping away in a pile. It's a lot of fun working with these animals. And you know, there's a lot of folks. I'm not like a well, I've been calling myself a trustworthy pig farmer. You know, because you know what they say about pig farmers, you can't trust a pig farmer. What's that brick top from Snatch. I apologize. I feel like shit. My head hurts, but I wanted to do this as a challenge. Short notice, not short notice, but yeah, I was fitting this in early so we could do dinner and hang out later. So yeah, what else do I have here on my little show card? Oh yeah, this is great. Speaking of FTX, we were looking at that a bit. I haven't checked out that really graceful video. I really want to. I know it's been highly recommended, but look at this SBF. I mean, and as far as that goes, that's a good picture of him. Poor guy. I mean, yeah, SBF didn't kill him. Didn't Epstein himself? Are we gonna see that? Poor guy. I wonder if he really... I don't know. Anyway, if you think the FTX Ponzi scheme was bad, wait until you hear about Jekyll Island in 1913. Yeah, good point. Okay. You may have seen this on the Twitter sphere, but I thought this was great. Little comedy. This kid, what's his name? Dan Toomey. Said, well, this is a minute and 24 seconds illustrating the FTX collapse. So let's check this out.
Hi, would you like to put money in my crypto exchange?
Oh, I don't know. Aren't those risky?
No, mine is different.
How?
Well, do you see that crypto, bro?
Hi, my name is Captain Laser. I snort ice crystals.
Now take a look at me. I don't sleep or bathe.
I don't know.
Good enough for us. Here you go.
Whoa, you're getting funding.
Yep. And if you put money in, you can get some of our currency too.
Oh, deal. Wow, I'm rich.
Wait, but those are just tissues. No. These are face tissue token. Face tissue, FTT.
Okay, but no one else is going to buy into that.
Senator, FTX is not like other crypto platforms. We actually want regulation.
What? You know, I like this guy. Yeah, I was going to say the same thing.
Wait.
Altruism.
What?
That sounds good to me.
What's going on?
Football.
Well, I want in.
I like the sound of this.
I own the Miami Heat.
What is money? Am I wrong? Am I an idiot?
Thank you everyone for your support. With this money, I and only I can save crypto.
Only you? I created it.
Whatever, we'll grow bigger and better than... shit.
Hey, did he just light his face tissue on fire? I want my money back.
Well, yeah, save it.
No, I don't want this.
What am I going to do? Where is the money?
I can't do money back.
Okay, let me get it 1 second. So does this affect me at all?
I thought that was brilliant. face tissue token. I mean, yeah, I got to work on my commentary because I was going to say, what else can you say? What more can I say? But I thought that was a that was a nice allegory. The allegory of the face tissue token, the FTX collapse. That was pretty well laid out. In a minute 20 seconds. So good for Dan Toomey. Here, let's bring him back up on screen. Dan Toomey on Twitter. I haven't checked out more of his stuff, but that was pretty cool. Let's see. Shifting gears a little bit. This was a good tweet. Dr. Eli David. How it started, how it's going. These Atlantic headlines. The anti-vaccine right brought human sacrifice to America. Vaccine refusers don't get to dictate terms anymore. Unvaccinated people need to bear the burden. Some Americans no longer believe in the common good. How it's going. Let's declare a pandemic amnesty. We need to forgive one another for what we did and said when we were in the dark about COVID. So, never forget. There's a lot of discussion the past couple weeks about that article, and well, I do appreciate. I played a little bit of it last week. That conversation between Maddie and Scott Armstrong. She had a pretty level-headed, sober take and approach, I think, of not being too vicious, allowing space for forgiveness. And that's hard because, people with skin in the game, businesses destroyed, life savings wiped out over this stuff. I can't blame them for being pissed. And, maybe it is still time to bring back the guillotines. Shout out to St. Trevor up there in the great gig in the sky. I got to share that with some buds the other night on the lower cast with the high Yona. Shout out to Yona. See you there, buddy. Thanks for letting me join. I got to meet B1 and I got to meet Death to Tyrants all in the same night. I think we talked about doing it again, but I showed them the Trevor Moore music video. My computer has become self-aware. My computer has become self-aware. Go check that out if you haven't. It's a trip. It's a trip. It actually... Oh, I'm sorry. That was footage. Yeah, it's footage of Yona's 97 compact and how Yona is able to be so prolific. Let's see. I've got another meme here. Breaking: Ukrainian soldier who fired missiles into Poland identified. Mr. What's his name? I can't even think of his name. Baldwin. Alec Baldwin. I'm doing great here. Let's see. Getting into more serious matters. And I don't have much time, but do want to give you a rundown of some stuff. This was interesting. Last week, article from the Gray Zone, Alex Rubinstein. Now I did see some other outlets, but Rubinstein was claiming on Twitter that the Gray Zone was the only U.S. outlet covering the story. Anyway. Headline, November 15th, 2022. Blowback. Italian police bust Azov-tied Nazi cell planning terror attacks. And, a lot of weapons have gone missing, allegedly. This is something to keep an eye on. Of course, I saw people pushing back and like, oh, this is Russian propaganda, and maybe so. But there seems to be something to this neo-Nazi Azov battalion thing. you know, the history repeating thing. I want to get more into that next week because I think I talked about it on Grand Theft World. The articles from Ryan Christian and Whitney Webb earlier this year talking about the rise of the domestic terrorist right-wing white supremacist paradigm supplanting the or you know, taking up the mantle for the Islamic terrorist boogeyman. Of course, we had the Al-Qaeda, the base created back in the day with the Promise software, and now we've got Palantir, and of course, main core base. We've talked about this main core base, sort of the domestic terrorist hit list, defending the continuity of government. The cog must roll on. Yeah. So hoping that makes sense. I know I'm just kind of rambling, and this is like warp speed for me, which is, you know. So I've got it. Oh man, I'm gonna have to play this next week. I don't have time right now, but there's a clip from Biscotti over on the WT Stead YouTube channel, and I think he's got that backed up other places, but he clipped out a TLAV clip from November 14th talking about connections between Azov and Unite the Right here in this country. So I'm gonna have to save that for next week. Let's see, what can I get to real quick? All right, I'm gonna touch on this and see if I can make this coherent really quickly, and then circle back. Circle back. Oh, yeah. It's what do we do on Grand Theft World?
Get fact up.
Yeah. Thanks, Rich. Yeah. That's the idea. So I wanted to go out on a limb here. Now, this past week, last Sunday, was the premiere of season 5 of Yellowstone. And before you roll your eyes, I don't know. Let me play this real quick. Right quick, yeah. This is an inside the Yellowstone season 5, and I'll talk about why I think this is interesting in a second. Oh, let me play this clip.
I think the strength of the story is we don't take our foot off the gas.
The reception has been wild.
To see a grassroots show that's now the #1 show on cable is a testament to everybody's hard work.
And there's more to come.
Taylor continues to write these dynamic, colorful characters, and this year's no different.
The audience is going to love it.
The Dutton family is so interesting, and what I find riveting about this story is they have to fight to keep their land. It's a tremendous amount of responsibility.
John has proven time and again there's nothing he won't do to save the ranch.
Her father just wants to be a rancher. He said he doesn't want to be a politician.
But now John's playing hardball. Whether that's good or bad, that's up for debate.
They're all fired. I'll advise myself on policy.
He's more than ready to make a decision that doesn't land popularly.
Within the Native community, we just can't figure out what it's going to be yet. It's a good thing for John. I don't know how it's going to be for us.
So we get to see a lot more of the political world in Montana and what that means.
But you all were in Helena.
I manipulated the wheels of government so I could see you.
It sets it up for a very interesting year with Beth and I. When's he coming back?
4 years.
In Casey's mind, it's like, okay, my dad's the governor now. He's always been a big deal. I guess that's a big deal, too. But there's nothing more important to him than his family and his wife.
They've got their second child on the way and all the dreams and hopes that come with that.
John winning the governorship for Jamie, it's obviously devastating because it's been his path. Things between Jamie and Beth are only getting worse.
Beth pretty much owns him.
Can John trust Jamie? No.
We're signing a declaration of war.
We're already at war.
Anytime somebody comes into power, you become a target.
Get Sarah Atwood out here.
Sarah Atwood is a counselor for market equities.
The main goal is to get their project back in line.
Turn her loose.
I love it when she gets really mad. It means I'm gonna make a lot of money.
Sarah will be an adversary for Beth in a way that she's never experienced. That's gonna be like two Goliaths. When she sees her opportunity, she'll take it.
Ringer.
It's incredibly well executed. It's incredibly well acted with as high a production value as any television show that's ever been made.
Taylor expects a high level, and every actor's out there getting it done.
Now there's just a fire under all of us to maintain that quality.
It's so exciting. Our seasons get better and better.
There's a lot of turns that are going to happen. It makes for good storytelling.
It's gonna be bloody.
Yellowstone 2-hour premiere event, Sunday, November 13th at 8, exclusively on Paramount.
All right. Thanks for, if you're not familiar, yes, I'm into that. I don't watch TV hardly ever, but this will get me to tune in. And yeah, it's a whole lot of Hollywood. And yes, Lesserkist Catherine Austin Fitz indeed thinks that show is very realistic. She, I think a couple seasons ago, I can't remember which year, but in her Solari report, it was the pick for the movie night to movie of the year or movie of the quarter. I can't remember. Anyway, it's a stark tale, allegory, I guess, if you will, for what we're up against, I suppose. With Mr. Global, you saw that brunette woman is being introduced this season, and she's the newest hit woman operator. She's coming in to infiltrate and do her thing, because it's a private equity firm, and they're coming to develop the valley. And that's what the fight is about. And it's a stand-in for what I think is happening in a lot of parts of the country, especially up around where I am. So I wanted to mention, okay, I've got like 7 minutes. I apologize. I don't want to stress you guys out, but this is how it's got to be tonight. But anyway, I'll check back with this article next week. There's going to be a war in Montana. I found this. This is from July. An essay written by Isaac Simpson of the Carousel Substack, an analysis of visible propaganda in Bozeman, Big Sky, and Three Forks. And definitely recommend. It's a good read. And he's just describing the atmosphere in Bozeman, how things have changed. Of course, he mentions Yellowstone. He mentions some other true crime podcasts and historical things that look at that part of the world. But it sounds like Bozeman's gone to shit. There's a bunch of people that used to be there for maybe 3 nights out of the year, and now they're like, oh, I feel like roughing it. So they stay there. They clog up the roads. They got to have their Starbucks and Lululemon stores, and all the restaurants. Kind of they don't. There's no soul there anymore. All the food's kind of like a fake. It describes like rubbery brisket at these places, and next door, what is it? Three Forks. What's the town? Yeah, Three Forks, Montana. There's a whole lot of trailer parks and Trump flags, and apparently people just walking around saying the N-word. But there's a stark difference, and there's resentment building, and which leads me to ponder ponder things that might take place in this part of the world, and I sure hope I'm wrong. So I've been following in the past week. Early last Sunday morning, there was this horrific slaying in Moscow, Idaho, and got me curious. Again, I'm going to get into this more next week, and by then maybe it'll be all irrelevant what I've been thinking. But yeah, 4 students were killed, 3 young women and one of the girls' boyfriends, and just like, there was the media showing blood dripping out of the house. Apparently, the assailant cut them up in their sleep, and there were 2 roommates that were there that didn't wake up. There's a whole lot to this story that doesn't make sense. There was a trash truck that came by, and the reporters called the police to say, hey, have you checked the trash yet? Because it's getting hauled off. And originally the cops were saying, oh, there's a crime of passion. And to me, I'm like, I mean, it kind of looks like a professional job. Now, I might be crazy, but it seems like this was a well-executed execution. And apologies, I no disrespect. I feel for the families, anybody that knew them. I know people in that town have been just furious over all kinds of people now looking at their town. And I just wonder, apparently that town is already kind of a battleground, and I'll get more into that next week. I think it's a very blue city in a very red state, and there may be something. If you pick up what I'm putting down, I hope I'm wrong, but I suspect we might see more things like this. And of course, if you're into the work of Dave McGowan and familiar with the serial killer phenomenons, parallels of the Phoenix programs running in Vietnam back in the day, you might get the idea of where I'm going with this. And I could be totally wrong. I'm kind of going out on a limb. But my time is up, unfortunately. Quick and dirty. I got to get out of here. I got to keep everything copacetic. So I just want to play us out once again with this fine offering from our good friend Plan of Whisk Cannabis. Shout out to him. This was awesome. This was a surprise for Rich and Tony at the end of the show last night. And if you didn't catch it, I'm going to play it again. And I will catch you guys next week, if not sooner. And God bless you all, and have a wonderful Thanksgiving. Hope, if you do that, every day is a good day to be grateful. And especially if you get to take some time, break up the schedule, and be with the ones you love, friends. So hope it's a good one for you. And we'll be back here next week if all goes well. And see you then. Take care. We'll see you Sunday night first, probably. So what's the thing?
Hi, good night, everybody.
I'm in outer space with a microphone.
Long history, so stupid as I unfold the groove, tune in and not drop out. That's a copy.
Pop out the post beers, remove music. This wealthy cat was moving, stack of cash and sports cruiser. Major accent deals mover, promoted fast like homeschoolers. Then noticing one day some bills that went unpaid. Those crumbs they led one way, discovered some unfun game. Then he was called into a meeting to disrupt and expose. But that was the day that the world froze. So stuck in the traffic and then caught in the panic, he dipped out in a frantic speed to exceed the seed planted at the event. And what would soon come, connecting dots to be revealed in Project Constellation. Big props to Maria, broadcasted, that's where I'd hear and get hooked on the name of Richard Grove. What he's saying is hypnotic. Synchronicity came out like chronic, all in full stride. Companies around all sides, seeking sources to provide solution. The heavy-handed knowledge is Willie saying the peace revolution. Never knowing I was missing a blessing. The heaviest session recorded and revealed the ultimate history lesson in this quest. And I'm a Midwestern who's rocking it dope. Subscribe to media produced by Tragedy and Hope. And if you didn't know the gift, and here's what you've been missing. And listening is where conviction is revealed in descriptions in a brain model. Don't come out hollow, but full throttle and dive in the deep end so history doesn't repeat and make it complete. Catch Grand Theft World every week with Richard and Tony. Chop it up with the homies. And I ain't talking about that public school baloney. And it's like you should know me, quoting Gatto in the flow that I'm growing. And LD's bearded is showing the time capsule stack of stats is open. So spread it around, the show is ready to pounce. Audience that abounds, seeking out what's profound. I know it is challenging fallacies in the balance when a forensic story in it, boring men while exhorting in examination, contemplation, meditation, revelation, celebration, destinations planned, targets arrived. Autonomy crew of souls that survived, broke free from the 9 to 5, and we doing it live. Hey, with hope in our flow, where consciousness grows, as opposed to you don't have to think about it, dude. Cause it's a comedy show that be bombing truth, whoa, trying to make uncommon truths be more commonly known. That it's a grand theft world that I'm living in. Ain't no reptilian skin, just some normal humans who love to sin. From their banking powers they aim to win, deceive and betray all men. Making everyone slaves to them. It's a grand theft world that I'm hearing at, disguised like a pyramid. For those tuning in, they be feeling that, revealing that things ain't what they seem, so I'm fighting back and digging jack, obtaining knowledge, wisdom, and artifacts, yeah, make like that aspect, that's what they lack. Yo, Trivium course, it'll deal with that, be a rebel, bring the logic back, cause it's a grand theft world that they rolling out. Got the gold model out, tracing Rockefeller dollars straight to clouds. SEC connections are hard to doubt, but most go the common route, walking with their head in the shroud. Yo, it's a grand theft world that I'm peering at, disguised like a pyramid. But those tuning in, they be feeling that, revealing that things ain't what they seem, so I'm fighting back and digging jack, obtaining knowledge, wisdom, and artifacts. You should know, it's not a video game.
This isn't Grand Theft Auto, folks. This isn't a video game.
This is Grand Theft World.
All right, LD.
It's a Grand Theft World that I'm peering at in the sky like a pyramid. For those tuning in, they'd be feeling it, revealing that things ain't what they seem, so I'm fighting back and digging jack, obtaining knowledge, wisdom, and artifacts.
I don't even have to think about it.
I'm telling you, man, this show's all about getting fact up.